Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well and staying safe and healthy during these times. This is Radhika here again, and this video is going to be about how overt narcissistic men usually come from a very male dominant family and where the mothers are usually absent in their childhood. um, so I had a video previously of covert narcissistic men and how usually I have seen they have like whenever in my sessions or in my own experience I have come across covert narcissistic men. Often they have mothers who are over pampering, and on the other hand, I've seen that whenever I have come across overt narcissistic men, or I've spoken to women who have husbands who are overt narcissistic men, it usually comes from like a male dominated family where the women don't have much of a say, or like there is a mother but she's usually absent in either the decision making or the life of the kid, or I mean in some cases she's not alive anymore. So what happens is these boys, when they are growing up, they really lack a relationship with the feminine. There is no relationship with the feminine. And what happens is, because they grow up with often an angry father, or a father who at a certain level is always competing with his son, or they might have other brothers who, so there's a lot of competition in the brothers, and even the father is subtly competing with the two kids. The father himself has a very wounded feminine side. He cannot go into his feelings, he's only always in his masculine side of doing, and the only feminine way is when he just doesn't do anything. So that's like being not being there is the only feminine thing that he does. Um, so when a boy grows up in such an environment without the influence of a feminine energy in his life, such boys usually they develop a very nihilistic attitude about life, because for them life just becomes about getting up, eating food, fighting or something like that, surviving basically, eating food again and sleeping. So the enjoyment aspect or the pleasure aspect is really missing from life. And often you will see in such situations, the so to say, like the most feminine man, he becomes like the pleasure aspect of the group. So all the men, they kind of try to bully him, but what they're trying to do is they're actually trying to get some feminine energy, but they don't like actually understand what they're doing. So a lot of times I have seen overt narcissistic men have, they just have a terrible relationship with the feminine, with females in their life. Even if like when they grow up and say they get married, they have a very like tempestuous relationship with their wife. It's either love and hate, or it's never stable basically, and it's not pleasurable. It could be pleasurable here and there, but it's not this like sustained level of pleasure throughout in the small things, like just going grocery shopping is enjoyable. So an overt narcissistic man never enjoys, he will never be able to enjoy something simple like having a cup of tea or going grocery shopping, because since his childhood, life has always been about survival. You have to compete, you have to survive. There's no, the pleasure aspect is really missing from such a person's life. And the older they get, the more they start feeling this dryness in their life. It's actually like a dryness, and it kind of makes their life become very dull and meaningless. And the only way they know to live is basically to compete. So they just keep competing, putting other people down. Um, yeah, basically just acting like a complete jerk all the time. And that is because they don't know anything else. And it's a terrible fractured relationship they have with the feminine. They often also develop rebellious tendencies very quickly in life, because they are with a father who's very like competing with them all the time. So after a particular age they want to individuate from such a father, and so they become extremely rebellious. And if the mother has always been absent, and she doesn't have much of a say, it also builds up a lot of resentment in the man towards the feminine, because they might see other kids with loving mothers, and then when they grow up they might see other men get women, and like other men having girlfriends, and they are so away from the feminine that when they talk to females, the females are really like taken aback by their brashness or rudeness, or like lack of diplomacy or manners or something like that. And basically they kind of get repelled by that energy, because they are like, how is he going to treat me then if he talks like this? So they are always in this kind of conundrum that I want it but I don't want it, because they do want the feminine energy. But oftentimes when they get feminine energy, they don't really value it. They put it down. They will make fun of the females in their life. They will always consider women to be dumb, more like dumber than men. Or like always like they need our help, they are trying to take our money, etc., etc. So the relationship with the feminine is very fractured, and that's because they never go into their own feelings. They don't feel the sadness or the grief that they felt in their childhood, because of the lack of the feminine energy that they have experienced in their life. um, and they also have many times addictive tendencies, which again comes because maybe their father had addictive tendencies and they kind of pick it up from there. It's in the genes as well. Um, and even if they marry, they oftentimes get bored of their wife after a while, and then they will try to look outside for like affairs and things like that, and they might have addiction to porn, etc. So the simple life is never good enough for them, and that's because they have been put into this um, conditioned mindset that you have to compete. And when you compete in it creates this like adrenaline rush inside you, that either you win or you lose, and it becomes very exciting. And because of continuous competition that they have to face in their childhood, or continuous like survival mode mechanisms being triggered just to be alive in that household, or just to make your ego, make it grow in that household where there's no feminine energy, where there's no space for an ego to grow. What happens is they get addicted to this. And so even if no one's arguing with them, they want arguments, like when they grow up and when they become old. Even if no one is fighting them, they want fights, and often these people, you will see them, they go somewhere and they start fights and they want people to fight them. And if you don't fight them, they get more frustrated, they'll try to push you harder, etc. They're very argumentative. So unfortunately it comes to them from the childhood conditioning that they have. And in order to fix it, they will really have to go to through therapy, or maybe like if they don't want that, they can do self therapy. But it'll have to be a lot of like childhood healing, where they actually acknowledge that they needed feminine energy when they were growing up and they did not have it. um, And this case can also be where they had a mother who was extremely angry, or like one of the parents was extremely angry and very frustrated and put the frustration on the kids a lot, or didn't let the kids ego grow, and the other parent did not do anything. They were kind of silent about it, or they were absent through it, or they encouraged it. It could be either. Um so so yeah, that was this video. And this is not like academic research. This is only from my own experience. I'm saying that oftentimes when I have come across overt narcissistic men, or I have heard women or others talk about them, this is the pattern that I have seen in their childhood. So I hope this video was helpful to all of you. As always, I thank you for the comments and subscribes that you do and the shares that you do. I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.